So my name's Nick. I'm one of Fairy Godmother's apprentices. I'm here to shop you around and make all your selections for the day.
You want the one that has the bow or the one with the baby crabs?
Alright guys, so we gotta talk about Disney going more woke, okay, as there's video going viral that is really pissing a lot of people off, okay, as it features what appears to be a man in a dress taking a little girl dress shopping, and this man in a dress works for Disney, okay, he's a Disney employee, and again, it looks like his job is to help little girls pick out dresses to wear, and this is making people upset for obvious reasons. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll this clip.
So my name's Nick. I'm one of Fairy Godmother's apprentices. I'm here to shop you around and make all your selections for the day.
You want the one that has the bow or the one with the baby crabs?
For Princess Finley? Hello, beautiful. I love your dress. It's very nice to meet you. My name is Apprentice Erin. I'm going to be with you today. Are you excited? I'm super excited too. You want to follow me? Is my royal family ready?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I can totally see why parents are frustrated with Disney, and just people in general are frustrated with corporations going woke, because wokeness is quite literally everywhere in your face. When people say there's not an agenda, you should show them videos like this, because this is just entirely unnecessary. Like, it is literally everywhere, okay? I mean, imagine taking your daughter to go shopping for dresses, and then you pull up and you see this, right? You see a man in a, I guess, fairy godmother's dress, okay? He's going to say, hey, I'm Nick, right? I'm going to take you dress shopping. Now, I'm pretty sure Nick is a nice young man, okay? Nick is harmless, but at the same time, why? Right? I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Like, my question is why? Like, what's the point? Like, what is the point? Couldn't Nick not work a role in which he's not wearing a dress, right? And you don't have kids coming up to a grown man in makeup in a dress? I'm just saying. Again, see, this is why I'm afraid to have kids, man. I really am. Like, I just feel like it's impossible to get your kids away from this stuff, to not have them be influenced by this kind of craziness. Because, I mean, it seems like these corporations are just hell-bent on shoving this down our throats. Okay, that seems to be the point. Okay, and you know, videos like this are frustrating, right? They seem small. It's like, oh, well, what are you talking about, blah blah blah. But it's like the manifestation of this, it's everywhere. Right? It's everywhere. Imagine paying thousands of dollars for tickets to Disney World, right, to take your daughter, right, or your child to go dress shopping or whatever, right? And you pull up and you see a man in a dress. Yeah, I just feel like I would have lit money on fire at that point, right? Again, it's crazy, man. It's absolutely insane. So, of course, Disney is getting some backfire for this online, of course, right? And let's read about it, because, again, this video is going super duper viral. Conservative critics are once again slamming Disney for shoving, quote, woke agendas down the throats of children, this time by allowing an apparently male employee to wear a costume dress and makeup. Yeah, you got to say apparently, right? Or allegedly, right? Allegedly, that was a male, because you just never know these people nowadays, right? Disney is so woke, okay? They already told us they have an agenda, okay, what they want to do. They're so woke that who knows? Maybe it's, you know, somebody who, you know, identifies as another gender. I don't know, right? I have no clue. A viral video that's racked up nearly 7 million views on TikTok shows the mustachioed fairy godmother's apprentice welcoming a young girl at Disneyland's Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique in Anaheim, California. Quote, so my name is Nick. I am one of the fairy godmother's apprentices, said the employee, who's seen wearing blue and purple eyeshadow to match their uniform dress. Quote, I'm here to shop you around and make all your selections for the day. Courtney Faber, an influencer and mother of 3 who posted the original video, did not criticize the employee's outfit, but instead applauded workers for giving her daughter an unforgivable experience at the boutique, where children between the ages of 3 and 12 can get magical makeovers for royalty and training. Okay, so Here's the thing. This parent may not have had an issue with it, but I feel like, again, what is the point, right? You know that this is for kids that are ages 3 to 12. Do you think that it's appropriate to hire somebody who's a man to be in a dress who is primarily going to be in front of children ages 3 to 12? But apparently boys can get these dresses and makeovers as well too, right? So Disney is not discriminating here. Amazing. That didn't stop a reign of conservatives blasting Disney. However, quote, a man in drag is not only bizarre and inappropriate, but it takes guests out of the show. The illusion is broken. Nothing matters but the agenda, and your 4-year-old is a pawn. They are happy to malflay, said conservative writer Peachy Keenan. Dave Rubin, the host of the Rubin Report, joked that the employee would be hired to work for the Biden administration by the end of the day. Facts, right? If he loses his job at Disney because of all the backlash, they definitely hired him in the Biden administration, right? They're hiring all weirdos, right? Weirdos want it. Quote, what's particularly interesting about this is how intentional it is. This is a dude with a mustache and a dress, quote, not a trans person. Think of how many real girls want that job at Disney, and they gave it to him for a reason, he added. Brandon Morse, an editor at Red State, tweeted, quote, may you never suffer the same destruction of your legacy that poor Walt has. Quote, this is disgusting, tweeted Jenna Elise, a lawyer known for working under former President Trump. Quote, I remember when the Disney look didn't even let women wear certain nail polish colors. Now the Mouse House's Bibbidi Bobbidi boutiques have foregone gender norms since last summer. In an effort to encourage inclusivity and benefit cast members who don't necessarily identify as female, Disney ditched the, quote, fairy godmother in training title in favor of fairy godmother's apprentices. Yeah, so again, they're trying to be more woke, and this is done on purpose, okay? They're trying to purposely put biological males in dresses out in front of kids. Again, this is crazy. This way, cast members that might not identify as female can still be a part of the process to dress up and style the children without having to refer to themselves as a female Disney character, the corporation said at the time. Okay, yeah. So you're going out of your way to allow people who don't feel like, you know, they are born in the right body to interact with children. Interesting, right? Interesting strategy here from Disney, okay? But conservatives are not the only people that are outraged at Disney. You also have woke activists that are upset with Disney because apparently Ursula from The Little Mermaid is not woke enough in the movie, okay? And what they mean by woke enough is that Ursula is not queer enough. In fact, they've been criticizing the makeup designer for Ursula because he's not queer, right? And he didn't make Ursula queer enough because apparently Ursula is supposed to be a drag queen or was inspired by a drag queen. Take a look.
People are really unhappy with Melissa McCarthy's makeup for Ursula. So this is the Ursula that we know from the animated film. And her persona and her makeup are based on the drag queen Divine. And this is a picture of Divine from the 70s. She passed in 1988. And you can obviously see the resemblance here, especially in the eyebrows, which is very important to like this whole controversy with Melissa McCarthy. Because Ursula's eyebrows have these like really big arches. But then this is the direction they went in for the live action. And besides her eyebrows not having that exaggerated arch, they're also like different sizes. Melissa looks good and everyone says that she's great in the movie. And it's such a minor thing, but it makes such a big difference. But the eyebrows are just not giving Ursula. But what do you guys think about her eyebrows? I'd love to know.
This makeup makes me irrationally angry. Disney could have thrown a pebble and hit a drag queen that could paint Melissa better than this. Like, the shapes, one, they're not even. Like, these eyes are completely different shapes. Two, the shape is just so amateur. It's literally like first time ever doing drag makeup. Like, that's what it is. Like, what is this shape? There's no blending.
And if this is the result of someone who's never done drag doing this makeup, maybe you should have hired a drag queen or like a queer makeup artist, right? So that's where that angle is coming from. But the makeup artist who did it is fighting for his damn life. So he is harping on the fact that people are saying, why didn't you hire a queer makeup artist? He's like fixating on that and making it about that and being like, why can't a straight guy do a good job? And it's like, I don't know, Peter. Why can't you? You know what I mean? Like, anyone who has seen the time-lapse video who's into makeup are horrified by, like, I would never let that see the light of day.
Here's why this makeup look in The Little Mermaid is causing a little bit of controversy. So this is the character of Ursula, played by Melissa McCarthy. We love, we stan, but there's been this whole conversation about how Disney should have hired a queer makeup artist for this character. And it's led to the makeup designer, Peter Swords King, calling those claims ridiculous. But where does this all stem from? Quick history: the original animator for the 1989 version of The Little Mermaid said that his inspiration for Ursula was the late drag performer Divine. Divine was around in the 1970s and 80s, and there's lots of resemblance. So the high hairline, the exaggerated eyebrows, and the eyeshadow. But the look for the new live action didn't go down very well, with one drag queen, Sierra La Puerto, saying, "Now when we said Ursula was inspired by a drag queen, we didn't mean one who had only been doing it for 3 months because..." But it was Drag Race star Kerry Colby who said that this is absolutely why we need to hire up-and-coming queer artists with a pulse on the present. But Peter Swords King has clapped back, telling Inside It he finds the criticism offensive and questioning, why can't I do as good a job as a queer makeup artist? Peter added that he didn't draw inspiration from the original or from Divine, despite Melissa telling Deadline otherwise. But what do you think of the makeup or the controversy?
So I want y'all to understand the state of the culture wars in 2023, okay? You have conservatives, normal people, right, demanding that Disney not hire men to play roles that are for women and to wear dresses in front of children, which I think is a reasonable thing. I really think that is reasonable. The left is mad at Disney for not making a makeup artist gay, right? Because the makeup artist is not queer enough. Ursula is not queer enough because apparently Ursula was inspired by a drag queen, right? In their ideal world, they want Ursula to be played by a drag queen in a kid's movie, okay? So they're attacking the makeup artist now, but what they really want is for Ursula to actually be a drag queen, right? That's what they actually really want. Okay, they're not going to be satisfied until they get everything. But what blows my mind is to think about the fact that these same people who are so mad about Disney not hiring a drag queen to do the makeup for what they claim is a character inspired by a drag queen are the same people that's totally fine with hiring a man to play a woman's role or to do a woman's job, right? They're totally okay with that. Okay, they're also totally okay with race swapping. Okay, they're totally okay with the whole movie in general, which again, you have the main character Ariel being race swapped for a black woman when Ariel is white. Okay, so I want you guys to understand, they're upset that Disney hired a straight man to do the makeup for a drag queen, claiming that a drag queen could have done it better, right? That a drag queen was more appropriate for the role because the character is allegedly inspired by a drag queen, which I don't know. I mean, I'm neither here nor there. That I really don't know. But they support hiring non-white people to play roles that are for white people, right? That are traditionally white. And they're totally fine with hiring men to play women's roles, right? Somebody make it make sense. Again, you know, you have some of the same things on both sides. It's just that conservatives seem to be reasonable and grounded in reality when it comes to our outrage. And leftists just seem to be in Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs world when it comes to their outrage. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.